The Manila Times, 25th of March 2023, Chinese attempts to prevent Uyghur speaker at UN. In the areas China currently illegally occupies, including Tibet, Xinjiang, and Inner Mongolia, Han Chinese are displacing the native people. On Thursday, China attempted to prevent a well-known Uyghur activist from testifying at the UN Human Rights Council, where he asked that the group immediately look into claims of significant violations by Beijing. Dolkun Isa, a German-based Uyghur activist and president of the World Uyghur Congress, spoke up during a discussion about global issues. He said the allegations require the immediate and urgent attention of the Council, citing several recent reports, including one from former UN Rights Chief Michelle Bachelet, warning of potential crimes against humanity being committed against Uyghurs and other Muslim minorities in China's far western Xinjiang region. However, as soon as he started to speak, Mao Yezong, the Chinese representative in the room, demanded the floor to object. He asserted that Isa was not the representative of an NGO, and even less a human rights defender, and that we had reason to question the speaker's credentials. Speaking through an interpreter in Chinese, Mao warned that allowing him to engage in separatist activities in the Council would be in serious violation of the purposes and principles of the UN Charter, as well as the rules of procedure of the Human Rights Council. He is instead an anti-China, separatist, violent element. After Mao objected, U.S. Representative Sam Birnbaum defended Isa's right to speak to the Council, the highest-ranking UN body for human rights. Václav Balik, the Czech Republic's representative on the Council, emphasized that NGOs are allowed to choose the speakers who speak on their behalf during the discussion and decided that he was entitled to complete his speech. Isa had been invited to speak by the non-profit group Global Human Rights Defense during the NGO segment of the discussion, which follows the Council's 47 member states and numerous observer countries' statements. Disinformation about China is widely disseminated online and around the globe. Isa later told Agence France Presse, AFP, that China is trying to manipulate the UN rights system and that this is not the first time the Chinese government has attempted to stop me. He lamented that, despite the harsh conclusions in Bachelet's report, the Council had failed to agree last October even to put the Xinjiang matter on the agenda. Before Bachelet's term expires on August 31 of last year, that report highlighted credible claims of widespread torture, arbitrary incarceration, and abuses of women's and men's reproductive rights. Long-standing claims that Beijing imprisoned more than 1 million Uyghurs and other Muslims in camps received UN support. Isa revealed to AFP that his mother passed away in a similar camp a few years prior and that 2 siblings were incarcerated for significant amounts of time. Representative Li Xiaomei of China claimed that the United States and others out of their political agenda fabricate and spread disinformation about the human rights situation in China during the country's engagement in the UN debate. That claim was categorically refuted by U.S. Ambassador Michelle Taylor, who cited many expert reports that found evidence of serious abuses, including potential crimes against humanity.